thanks for joining me. It's Ash here, Love and Elevation. Um, yeah, so it's 2021, the first day of the month. I'm doing this reading really just to tap in and see what message I can provide based on the energy that I pick up. So yeah. If you know me, if you have been here on the channel before, you know I don't really like giving a long spiel before I go. But anyways, so anything that you may need to find about my personal readings or the services and products that I provide, you can click the link down in the description, and it should lead you to my website. And it's under construction, so word of advice, visit on your cell phone because it's more user friendly. I have to work on building my website for the desktop version. So if you could provide some help or assistance in that area, let me know. But Grand Rising, it's morning here where I am, like I said. Um, yeah, so I'm going to tune in. And I pray that you enjoy the message and it blesses you. Ooh. It's a lot of cards, but I will take them. Okay. So based on the cards that I got, it looks like it's like we're learning how, like, okay, so this is what I so forgive me if I'm a little hesitant in some way. I kind of feel like, well, not that I kind of feel like, but I'm learning and working on getting into the flow of how I'm going to do my readings. I've done plenty of readings and I watch other readers, and so it's important for me to find my own authentic way of reading and also enjoy. And I think this is part of the message too, is kind of what I'm getting. So I just wanted to put this kind of like this prelude out or whatever, but it's kind of like what I'm seeing as well, that there's a reason and a need to find an authentic way of being, and figuring out how your works, how my works, our works are aligning in the world, and how our works, our magic, how we use our power, how we express ourselves. There's a need to focus on aligning our works with spirit and with the Most High, with aligning our how we're rooted in what we're doing. Basic, like, restructuring and feeling and forming a solid foundation that's true to us, that speaks from the heart, where it just flows more effortlessly and flows to spirit, being, pleasing and pleasing to ourselves in a pure expression, and also being an open channel and allowing spirit to speak through us more freely. And I'm saying that because I got the works card, the Three of Earth, and as you can see in this card, she's expressing herself, and you see the colors in this card, and it's being rooted, fully rooted and secure in this lower energy, but safe in it, safe and secure, knowing that the expression is divine. It's coming from the heart and from a pure space, and it's aligned with spirit and what is meant for you. What your intention is pure. Is your expression is pure, and it's learning how to I'm like, it's like alchemy to me, learning how to be the sorceress, learning how to be just, really, that's it, learning how to just be effortlessly and innocently. The innocence card is, so the next course of action is to learn how to do this and step into your true power and potential, without hesitation, without resistance, or flowing through the resistance without being bothered by it, being unscathed by it. Like, because it's coming from a pure place, then you're held by the divine. You are receptive and expressive, and it flows. There's a better flow. You begin to feel the flow. You begin to trust more. You begin to be more loving, more soft, and begin to execute and apply more. I've been seeing the quote around that 2020 was a year that we learned, and we definitely did. And then 2021 is a year that we apply. And so today is the first day of the year. So we are applying all the information that we know and trusting that it's right. Trusting in the knowing, no longer a believing. And then there was a meme that said, if the hustle wasn't, if 2020 didn't bring the hustle out of you, then it wasn't in you. And I feel that so deeply, because we've been pushed to step out of our comfort zone and step into something that we have, a situation that we have never been in, yet we just kind of had to maneuver through it in the best way possible with little to no true understanding. And it's still like we don't fully understand, like, what the fuck was that? Like, I've been seeing people put, like yesterday, for New Year's, put online and stuff like, bye 2020, fuck you, you've been, blah, 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 like, and because it was so weird, the energy. But what's weird, like, what truly does weird mean? Like, it's like a new normal in a sense. And so it's just like, there's a need to trust in yourself and your ability, and trust in the Most High, because that's what life is about. The unexpected, expecting the unexpected, and softening up in that, knowing that you're good. Your spirit has you. You're going to be carried. You're going to be guided, divinely guided. And no matter what it is that we're doing. So then I put a couple cards from the, what is this? Work Your Light Oracle card deck. And then the Soul Family card came out. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So we're beginning to align with more people and more, more. So whether it be calling in your soul family, whether it be more people that we begin to align with, because we're stepping into our divine mission and purpose, and and I know that's true for myself. I've met, whether it's online or in person or whatever, so many amazing people that are on the same frequency as me, who get me without even having to know me. Like, just meeting people like online and stuff that, and I know it's kind of hard to know somebody fully, like know somebody from, the internet or whatever, but sharing energy and sharing experiences over this year has allowed me to really truly tap into that knowing of being able to trust myself and trust the energy that I feel and that I pick up on, and being okay with that. And then also being okay with the fact that I don't know everything, but I'm willing to learn and to grow and to know more and to expand and to be open. So we need to take that leap of faith and continue to trust. It says you go first and the universe will catch you. Continue to take that leap of faith, knowing that this is exactly where we're supposed to be. Everything works in divine order, in divine timing. And the priestess card is here. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? And that's exactly how I see it, for myself. So how are you being called to step up and lead? What is it? What's that feeling telling you within yourself? What are the signs and synchronicities that you've been seeing for yourself? I know that I'm being called to lead. I know that I'm being called to lead by example and to step up into my divinity, my grace, my purity, my light, to truly let my light shine and not dim to fit in. It feels like an initiation, and that's exactly what came out. It feels like it. It feels like we're like cracking open a new, like an egg in a new way of being. And it says rites of passage, crossing the threshold. And so it's this is what is naturally happening, and we could choose to be perceptive to it and be open to it or not, and make the process harder than it has to be or not. We can make it as easy as it's hard or as hard as we want it to be. Those who think they can and those who think they can't are both usually right. Paulo Coelho said that, and I don't know if he's the first one who said that, but that's who I know has been quoted as saying that. But and then boundaries is coming up. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? That has been a big test and a big, I'll say, message. I won't even just say for 2020. I'll just say period. Where there's always a need to refine boundaries and refine what we know to be our energy and others. Where are we feeling resistance? Where do we feel restriction? Where do we feel our boundaries end, or start or begin? Where do we feel, how far and wide does your energy stretch? Are you limiting yourself in any way? Are we too open and allowing, to the wrong things? Are you watching the wrong things, listening to the wrong things? We want to be watching. And so I ask those questions, saying there's a need to be mindful of those things, what we're watching, what we're listening to. Contrast is good because we know when we know what we don't want, we know what we do want. But there's a need to create a boundary and distance ourselves from the things that we know don't serve us and don't expand us or bring us to a higher vibration. And so everything is necessary, because you have a lower or negative or unwanted experience. It teaches us to be more focused on what it is that we do want, and more open and aware to that, and more and open our eyes to more opportunities of beauty or whatever. So yeah, there's just a need to be open. And then the pillar of light, it says your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And that's that knowing that I'm talking about. Like, look at the energy of that card. It's so powerful because there's a knowing. It's an inner knowing. It's not about what the world is telling you. It's not about, look at the difference between this. I'll say this one first. Look at the difference between that, how dark that card is. And we have to go through darkness in order to, see the light, in order to appreciate the light. The darkness is just as beautiful as the light. And it's a beautiful balance. But if you can see in this card, what it says speaks to me is that there's not balance. It's more darkness than anything, and that's necessary sometimes to go through that darkness and that shadow work and the dark night of the soul and all that good stuff. But then you see in here, in this card, the energy of this card is just like her energy is she's working on building it up. She's working on building it up from the bottom up, and you see it's like darker up here. So it's just like trying to gain that footing and trying to expand your energy and your awareness, but it's a blockage, something stopping you. So there's the need to open your heart and to create boundaries for yourself. Not boundaries to where you're cutting yourself off, but boundaries from others to block this out, because there's a total difference from this card to this card. Same position, she's still out, hands outstretched, allowing more of what it is that you want, versus all these people grabbing at you, all these energies, all this, knowing, and I was just telling my kids this yesterday and feeling this for myself so strongly that, I was feeling kind of, not even so much challenged. I guess before I was feeling challenged, not knowing really how to set boundaries or how to be in the energy of abundance without, no matter what, no matter whose presence or whatever, no matter what's going on, without feeling drained or whatever. And then it's just a need, and I feel like there's a need to I guess, so yesterday is what I was saying. It was there's awareness of diving into that, and I was fully aware of it. Like, so beforehand, I would allow myself to get drained and to feel depleted or whatever, and kind of be resentful to others and friends or whatever, because I would feel like, they're pulling on me. They're, kids, mom, friends, whatever. And it's like, I just started feeling really, really good. My cup became full, like, stop. But it's just like, no, you don't want to be by yourself. You love your kids, you love your friends, you love interactions and stuff like that. But it's a matter of being aware of it when you feel it, before that resistance creeps in. When you feel it, before you know. Because then I would start speaking up. Okay, so I'll give you this example. So I'll be like, okay, to my kids, I'll say, for example, okay, yeah, I just need a break. Hold on 1 second. Like, I can't talk right now. I'll just, like, go upstairs, like, just for a moment. Like, or go to your room for a moment, or I'll talk to you in a minute. Like, and at that point, and even when I'm saying that, it was like I could feel the strain in my voice and what I was the message that I'm trying to portray. But at that moment, it was too late in a sense, because I had already begun feeling drained or whatever, or overwhelmed or whatever the case may be, whatever the word or the title is. And although I spoke up and expressed how I felt, at that point it was too late, so there's a need to catch it even before then. Do the work before then, so that you are more aware of and more perceptive of opportunities or people coming to you, and being in the mindset of abundance, so that you know that there is no lack. So no matter who is calling you or asking you something or calling your name or whatever, especially in your environment, your setting, this is your world. When I'm at home, when I'm with my kids, my friends, whatever, my phone, I control that. I control if I want to answer my phone. So those are the boundaries. I control, I can simply say, or not answer for a moment, because I should already have been in meditation. I should have already got my mind right early that morning or beforehand to be able to be my best self when those approach me, because that's really why they are, because they feel that light, they feel that energy. And it's like, okay, like in the morning, my cat, before I even open my eyes, or right when I open my eyes, my cat comes in from wherever he's been and jumps on the bed, and it's just like, how do you know that I just got up? Like, clearly he could have came in there when I was asleep, whatever, but I didn't notice. But I'm a pretty light sleeper. But it's just like, or how a parent can go to the bathroom, and that's when your kids come. Or right when you get on the phone, that's when your kids come. So it's like you already know, you just got to be prepared. And I just got to be prepared before it happens. When when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready in a sense. But then it's okay also for when those moments happen when you're not your best self or your most cheerful self or whatever, because that's not what it's necessarily about. But I am wanting to be more compassionate. That is my message for today. And the friendliness card came out on the bottom of this deck. There's a need to be more friendly, to see more friendliness, to see others when they're asking you for help or calling your name or whatever. Sometimes they just want to be around you. And it doesn't necessarily mean, okay, that's an energy vampire or they're trying to take my energy because they're asking me all these questions or whatever. No, sometimes they're just being. They're just being. And the more you are on your square, then the better the experience is for everyone involved. You can be yourself and be in that moment and just be, and be who you need to be, and also who they need for you to be in that moment. And know that the more open you are to spirit and spirit's message and spirit's voice, then there will never be, I won't say never, but things will always work out in the best way for yourself and that person, whoever's involved, or whatever situation it may be. That's just the vision that we need to cultivate, though. Be in that pillar of light, first for yourself, towards the divines, and with the divine, and with the Most High. And that's what you'll radiate to others. So get out of this energy where there are not many boundaries, or they're not adequate boundaries. And it's like you're even perceiving it to be that everybody's pulling on me, everybody's whatever, because what you think that's your perspective, and that's what you will bring into this world and into your experience. And so maintain boundaries for yourself and in your mind, how they work for you, and allow yourself to be that pillar of light and shine forth your energy, your most divine energy, your most supreme energy, your most loving and compassionate energy for yourself and for others, because you can handle it, because you are the oracle, because you are the sorceress, because it is within you. You were born for this. You were made for this. As a child, what have you been doing as a child? What were you doing as a child? Who were you as a child? That child is still there, wanting to be held and to be want to feel safe, to express, to just be. So break the chain. We're breaking generational curses by doing this work. No matter what somebody says or how somebody expects you to be, or what expectations you have for yourself, you were born for this. And that's if you resonate with this message. Everybody is not going to resonate with this message, and that's cool. I don't even think I'm going to post my videos on Facebook anymore, because I was posting it on there and I was feeling like, okay, the people that I feel like I have, like, I just want the message basically to be for those who want to hear the message. And that's not even to say that, oh, you can't post it here, you can't post it here. But in a sense, I feel like I'm trusting Spirit more to know that, okay, I'm posting it on Facebook, or YouTube, and because I've grown a family here. And okay, so maybe I can, I've grown a more of a connection on Insta, and it's something about, so that's just to say that, okay, there may be something about me going to this certain place or whatever and no longer resonating with that energy is basically what I'm saying, or what's coming from that. And that's okay to not resonate with certain things anymore, but still be able to go there, still be able to pick and choose when you pay attention to something, when you're giving something your energy, or someone your energy, or a certain place, picking and choosing. And then those are those boundaries. We're breaking the chain. We're breaking the generational curses, and people throw that around so loosely sometimes, but it's truly cracking that egg, like I was saying in the beginning, and changing how we're doing things, creating a new world without even knowing how to really do it, but we're just doing it, knowing that it's something that's innate. That's within us. It comes from a place of knowing. It may have first started from a believing, but it's then you cultivate that true knowing, that true flow and allowance. And if you can look, so going from this in the cave, needing to come out into the light, to coming out of the cave, from, look at this, if you can see the like there's snakes in here. I got this dark in here, so I can't even really tell, but trying to make sure it's like a calm reading or whatever. I should have turned the light on. But yeah, it looks like there's like snakes and stuff in the picture. There is, excuse me, I have my bonnet on. I can tell that I can see it in there. But then you just see lightning and thunder, you know, maybe harsh words, your own self-talk. And then it's being mirrored out in other people, and so you're wondering, like, you know, you're hearing echoes, like, you know, I was just thinking this, and then he gonna say that to me, and he gonna do, and she gonna, and you know, it's just like, no, get it together, get it through. The only way out is in. You gotta go in and notice what you're saying, and be more receptive. I just bit my nails too, so don't look at that. So basically, don't get distracted, Ash. But yeah, like, there's a need to go in and see, like, what are you telling yourself? That's the reason they're acting that way, because this is what you're doing to yourself. How you treating yourself? People only treat you like as well as you treat yourself. What are you doing to yourself? So you're going in and doing that inner work and that inner reflection, and seeing your true self and what you're doing to yourself, and then coming out of that darkness. And that reminds me of the butterfly, you know, coming from that chrysalis stage to the, you know, the caterpillar, and, you know, beginning to spread your wings based on your findings of what's in you. It really doesn't have much to do with other people. Like, the greatest illusion is the illusion of separation. We're all one. This is one big family. We're all one. And we got to come out. It's not about what we're going through. It's about, I mean, it is about what we're going through, whatever, but not really. It's about how we come out of it. Thank God I don't look like what I went through. So it says ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Rewriting it from this energy, feeling stuck, feeling like, you know, the tunnel is so far. How can I get to that point? How can I get to the mountaintop or whatever? Well, no, you're going to continue to go through it. We're going to, you know, next week, you may feel like you're in this or whatever, but it's about seeing it before you see it, knowing it, not just believing that I can get here. I believe I can, you know, that sounds like somebody who didn't bring water, who didn't bring their hiking boots, who's in heels or something like that, trying to get through here, like falling, hurting themselves, bruised up, skate, whatever. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't. If you maintain those boundaries, step up, and know that you're meant for this. You're born for this. You have family. You have help here. You got to see it. You got to know it. You got to trust it. You got to listen to those subtle signs. You got to trust it. Me and my kids have been watching videos. It's funny, of whales, you know, what do they call them? Well, just jumping in the water, flipping, whatever. And so it's funny seeing that people actually go out there and whale watch or dolphin watch or whatever, and they don't know for sure that they're gonna, you know, have a sighting that day. Or so it's just funny seeing a couple videos where people are just sitting there just so patiently and whatever. Maybe they seen a whale or two off in the distance or whatever. And then one video, okay, so I'll tell you about two of them. One of them, I'm so silly. Okay, but anyways, one of them, the whale just jumped up like out of nowhere right by them, just like this, and it was so beautiful. And then to hear them, it was like so quiet and everything, and then everybody's like like, and thank God they caught it on tape. But even if they didn't, you know, that's a moment that you could share, that you enjoy, you know. But if they weren't patient, and if they weren't ready with their cameras and stuff like that, then they wouldn't have caught it, you know. But it doesn't even have to be something that you catch and you with a camera or whatever and you share with others. It's an experience for yourself. Enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. And then it was a video where it was people who were whale watching, and they were more like in a kayak, not like in a big boat or whatever, like the other video that I seen. And the whale came out of nowhere and opened its mouth in the kayak and actually got the kayak and the person inside of their mouth. And thank God they released the person. But she gave an interview and she was so like unbothered, like, yeah, it just happened, and I was just whale watching. And I mean, it was nothing that she could do, so clearly she chose to trust that experience. Like, I was whale watching and I wasn't watching how close it came up behind me and damn near swallow my ass. But she still chose to see it as a beautiful and a magnificent experience. And the whale wasn't trying to eat her. It was just like, oh, I thought, my bad, I thought she was a fish, like, and to let her go. And she came out of that, alive and unscathed. But I'm sure changed forever. Let me make sure I use precautions, or maybe she might go back out in the kayak and be like, let me try that again one more time. But maybe not. It just depends on the person and who you are. Like, we don't always have to, maybe it's a need to be more on the shore and watch from a distance and just enjoy it, not needing to be in the water every single time, not needing to dive so deep or whatever and be so radical in a sense. Maybe there's a need to be on the shore and do the work, because there's family out here who's doing that. I was telling my son, there's people who who want to be out in the streets. There's people who are the the shooters or whatever. Let them do that. That's not who you are. That's not your lane. You stay in your lane. And for myself and for y'all too, you stay in your lane. There's people who want to be out there, who want to be sharks or who want to be dolphins or whatever. And then there's those who are more feline, more the birds, and that's really, when I say that, I'm hearing like tapping into your element, and and learning to master the element. When we go through the different experiences of needing to be more fluid, more water, like more grounded or whatever, knowing how to maneuver and adjust more gracefully and more properly. And then the last card that came out in that deck was Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So like I said, it's all in divine order. Look at the energy of that card. So it's like, I don't mean to keep showing you, but I have to, like, just to reinforce the message. You take that leap of faith. Look, she took that leap. She jumped in, didn't know where she was gonna land. And I think we kind of fell inside of the cave, and inside it's like, the leap wasn't exactly what we thought it was going to be. We thought we were going to be flying. We thought we were going to be just floating in the air or whatever. And maybe for a moment we were. And maybe it just came full circle. Maybe we jumped, didn't really know how to open the parachute or whatever, fell into a cave, into a dwelling, in a situation we didn't necessarily see ourselves in. But you know what? It's just that knowing of seeing your way out. Fighting through what we feel like is pulling on us and draining us or whatever, or going through the muck, the lotus flower, peeling back those layers and going through those different dimensions to reach a soul level knowing. So she jumped, she went through the dark night of the soul, the cave, we went through people pulling on us, or us, our own thoughts, our own lack of boundaries, to coming out of that more beautiful, more radiant, more trusting, more knowing, with more knowledge, stepping into our high priestess energy, that knowing, again, that warrior spirit. We're family here, whether we've seen them or not, whether they were truly showing up in the way that we needed them or not. But it's a matter of showing up for yourself. Because once you close your eyes and begin to allow more of that energy, more of that knowing, more of Spirit's voice to talk to you, your spirit to be, that voice to be louder than any other voice or any other sound, then you'll begin to really perceive the family and the support that's always been there for you. You don't get a mirroring and a perfection like this by accident. That's by design. And so I'm going to read this card. On page 88. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. I'm going to hold you. Oh, here it goes. So Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another may be to gather women in a circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and to surrender to our part of the plan. So the Work Your Light activation for this card says, Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. So definitely confirmation from what I was saying. And I hear Michael, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Anna? Annie, are you okay? And yes, we are okay, Michael. Thank you so much for your divine protection, Archangel Michael, because we feel unity. This is the card that came out. So on the bottom of the deck of this one, it was vision, friendliness, and then vision was up underneath there. So our vision has to be more on friendliness, and then that's what will bring that unity. Bring more in your soul tribe and your spirit guides and your ancestors, known and unknown, and whomever, whatever energy that you perceive to be around you, whether you want to call it a name or not, whether you want to identify it as one thing or not. The Unity card says, you understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. So your slightest improvement, my slightest improvement is of such great value. That's the card that came out for the Abraham Hicks deck. There's tremendous value when you are able to deliberately cause even the slightest improvement in the way that you feel. For even in that small emotional improvement, you may have regained a measure of control. You no longer feel powerless, and so your trek back up the emotional scale is now not only possible, but is relatively easy. And so, like I said, it's just coming full circle. You know, she jumped, she fell, and now she learned how to fly and float back up. She got her wings. You know, are you getting your wings? My intuition speaks to me in a number of ways, and I had got to a point where I began to feel my wings and different parts of my body twitch when I'm getting a message, or when there's something that I need to know or pay attention to. And then it became a little obsessive to me to begin to want to feel that little twitch in my body or whatever, in my wings, to let me know that I'm on the right path or whatever, on the right track. But then it got to a point where Spirit was like, you know, I'm not going to do that every time. Sometimes you got to get to a point where you can really hear me no matter what, no matter where you are. And that's confirms what I was talking about when it comes to my kids or friends or whatever relationships it is. And relationships are important to me. And I didn't know how important they are to me until I began to really do the work and know that it all stems from myself, how deep I'm willing to go. People are only able to meet you as deeply as they have met themselves. And so I had to meet myself even deeper, and having a life path like I think it's a 22, it's equally doubly important to learn how to connect with others, relate to others in a beautiful way, in a graceful way. Not coming from a victim standpoint, but as a victor, as a soul survivor. I'm a survivor, I'm a nightmare. And then I'm here, and then I'm seeing soul playing. Oh my gosh, the way my mind works is funny. So yeah. Woo. I think I did see a meme a while ago saying that 2020 was like soul plane. Oh my gosh. Okay, where is this card? Okay, unity. Not that we need to understand what unity means, but I want to read the message. When love is given and received reciprocally, it is the strongest force in the universe. It is the energy in which your soul thrives and of which it is comprised. Excuse me. Loving yourself and others is important, but when love is also returned to you, the energy is magnified. You are aligned with another soul, human or animal, and that bond is eternal. Connections of love that you create while in this physical dimension are never broken, whether the other soul is currently incarnated or not. Never entertain doubts that the love you enjoyed on earth survives death, or believe that it is diminished just because you are separated physically from your loved one. It is a soul-to-soul connection, and it is everlasting. You continue to receive love from the spirit realms through bonds you create since time immemorial. You are loved more than you can imagine. You are loved more than you can imagine. So that knowing is what sparks everything. So allow that to spark a flame within you. What I'm hearing, stir up a gift. For my church folks out there, or ex-church folks, or whatever the case may be, it never leaves you. Once you're in the church and you know these songs and you feel that feeling, it never leaves you. You're gonna pick up a scripture, you're gonna say an affirmation, you're gonna declare and decree stuff for yourself, and you're gonna find yourself singing a good old spiritual song because it speaks to your soul. And if it doesn't, it speaks to mine. And I'm gonna always remember what I learned in every aspect, good, bad, or indifferent. Secondary chakra, soles of the feet, 121. I let go of the past and turn to the present. Seventh chakra, 71. I increasingly allow the unfolding of the divine within me. Secondary chakra, elbows, 99. I accept with gratitude and consistency. Secondary chakra, yin, 79. I gratefully and attentively live my motherliness. It was the blue one that's sticking out, okay. Oh, maybe it's that one. Auric field of the spiritual body, 22. I allow myself to now and forever feel the healing presence of God. Fifth chakra, 58. In every step, I develop my artistic, creative force. Secondary chakra, soles of the feet, 120. In a state of pleasant relaxation, I rest in the here and the now. Ashe. And on the bottom of the deck, I forgot to tell you, there's success here. There's success in doing the work and feeling abundant and embodying the feeling of embodying abundance, about embodying success, declaring and decreeing what it is that you see fit for yourself. I am divine. I am pure. I am enlightened. I am integrity filled. I am integrity. I am peace. I am love. I am innocent. I am letting go. I am present. I am the sorceress. I am the magician. I am the magician in the mirror. I am aligned. I am united. I'm unity. All of that. Affirm that for yourself. That's the energy that's here, and that's what'll fill that great void. You feel it for yourself. So anytime you need to go in, do that, because you know that you're gonna come out totally different. When a mother is pregnant, when a woman is pregnant, she doesn't exactly know what to expect, but she knows she got it. She knows she was built for it. She knows that she can do it. First time mothers, we may not know how the labor process will go. You can watch all the videos, you can do all the listen to everybody, and then they're up underneath there. I can't make it up. That's the resurrection card coming out of the dark night of the soul. So she doesn't know exactly what to expect, but she knows that when I expect the best, when I expect spirit to show up for me and show out, when I know what I'm creating, when I know that I'm creating from a friendly place, from a loving place, when I know that I'm creating from the Most High, I know where my light comes from. I know where my true power and potential comes from. I can trust in my creation. I am the co-creator of my life. I know what it is that I'm bringing into this world. So although I may not know for sure or be able to see it yet, I see it before I see it. Therefore, I am what I declare and I decree. There's no coincidence that children come out looking the way they do, feeling the way they do, or and acting the way that they do. With my children, when you're in tune, you know that that is a bond that is undeniable. I seen, not every time, a couple times, I seen how my children looked before they came out. I knew it. I drew it. And then I was able to sometimes, look back. Hindsight is 20/20. So I was able to look back and see, okay, that's what I was going through when I was pregnant. And it doesn't have to even be a physical pregnancy. It could just be like figuratively. Okay, I was going through labor. I was going through a birthing process. This is the seed that was planted. And although it took a little longer to get there, I knew it deep down inside. Like I like watching interviews and people ask people like, did you know that you're going to be famous? Or did you know that, you'd be a millionaire? Or did you know that you'd be here today? Did you know that you'd be a guru or whatever the case may be? Did you know that you'd be a famous singer or whatever? And I like to hear people's response. And I love when people say, yes, like I knew it. Like I knew it deep down inside. I may not have known exactly the path that it would take to get there, but I knew it. Like deep down inside, I knew it. And that's what has to keep you going, that why. Let your why be more important than anything else. When a woman is pregnant with child, for myself, I can only speak for myself. Being pregnant, nothing else matters. That yes, things will try to pull at you, tug at you. You may go through stresses. Your body is definitely changing, but no matter what, it's about this baby. Like we gonna be okay. I don't care if everything else ain't okay. We gonna be okay. We gonna be all right. Yeah, like you gotta just have that mentality. Like no matter what, I got you. Like we gonna get through this. You gonna get through me. One of my kids didn't want to come out. She was like, I'm staying in here. Like they try to push, like push down on my stomach. She going up higher. Like, She's like, no, I'm not about to come out. But I instinctively knew, like, okay, let me lay down on my stomach then. What y'all doing? Get the monitors off me. You ain't about to sit here and have me on my, no. Let me lay on my stomach, put my headphones on, zone out, or tap in, tune in, and I began to just slowly work her down. Wind my hips. I like the way you rock your hips from that. Anyways, I began to do that because I knew that instinctively, I knew what I had to do to get her here in the most safest way possible for myself and for her. So by me laying on my stomach and tapping in, tuning everything else out, everybody else around me didn't care how I look. You don't care how your hair look. You don't care how you're behind in the air, whatever the case may be. Okay, it's about me and you right now. Me, you, and spirit, creating that third energy. That's what tantra is about. That's what the divine energy work is about. It's about what you put in it. You get out what you put in it. So of course she came, and thank God that she was healthy. She is healthy. She was healthy that day. We got through it. No medicine, no nothing. Natural birth. And it's just like, I knew what it took. Okay, then it's time to push. Because once it starts, can't nothing stop that. Nothing. No matter how much, I might even want to be like, okay, wait, is she coming out? Hold on, wait a minute, I'm not ready. No. Oh, she coming for real. So, it's no stopping that. And it feels like such a relief once they come out. So once it started, it felt like the labor, the contractions, all that was long. But once I actually got her down there, got her head crowning, that crown, everything opened up. Everything, it was so fast. And it was such a relief right after. Like, whew, I did it. And they want to just come putting the baby on your chest and all that. Okay, thank you for okay, give her here. Yep. Like, get it out your hands, put her in my hands. But yes, like, it's just like you're so tired and shocked, don't know what to do in a sense. Like, well, I was at least. It's just like, okay, whew. Yep, I got her. You lay here, don't move. Like, let's just breathe for a minute. Let's just chill. And the baby, you know, they might come out crying or whatever, but they instantly know, this is my mom. We did this. I'm here. Like, woo, that was a lot. The babies go through a lot too, you know. But this is what they want to feel. This is what they deserve to feel like. This is what you deserve to feel like. You still are that inner, you still have that child within you. This is what they need to feel. Safe in the cocoon. You need to feel like that. You need to embody that. Get you to a place internally first, and then externally you'll be in a place where feel like you're more held. Where you know your worth. Honor, integrity, love, safety, power, divine flow, divine abundance, divine knowing, seeing, sight. Safely nestled in there, warm. That's divine order. That's wisdom. You can't make that up. So that's my message. And then the chariot is right underneath there. Get to what you get to doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. Look at that. Empress energy. Yes. Center yourself. It's an ascension. Boundaries again. Look at that. Boundaries. Is what creates the ascension. Centering yourself. The number 2 again. These numbers I've just been repeating. 4. Remember I was talking about 4. Having boundaries so that you don't feel like you're the victim. So you can be the victor because, okay, I kept that out. I put that wall up, whatever, because I needed to. I tore that one down because I needed to. And that helps me to ascend to a better place. To be more centered, to be more loving, to use my energy and my power, to be a light, to be a true healer, and invoke the healer in you. That's how you breathe that and be more in that Empress energy. The lotus, loving, pink, green, in your power, gracefully though, compassionately though, lovingly. That's how you start new. Always going new from a loving place. Charging forward, balance, seeing the end game, enjoying it though, because because you know what you're doing, you're trusting yourself lovingly, and that's how you'll be successful. So do you, boo-boo. Do you, boo-boo. My phone's about to die. But yeah, that's my message for you today. It was longer than what I expected, but clearly it needed to be, whatever, or maybe I just took long to get into the message. However, if you're still here with me, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the message. And yes, go to the description, visit my page. You can see the different readings I have available, or just continue to, watch my videos here, or you could find other readers who you may resonate more with. But yeah, if you're looking to support this channel and my growth, and if you want to stick around with me, and we can have an energy exchange. My Cash App is down there, PayPal. You can donate, you can get a reading. I have different little things that I make. I have a little bottle of oil that I made. It has different roses in there. It's infused with crystals. So it's like just oil. It's multi-use. So I have it on as a necklace with hemp string. And I make them for my kids as well. So whenever they're wanting to, they can just take the cork off and smell it. And and be present and be mindful. So it has different essential oils in here. They're on my website. I have it in a spray bottle, bigger bottles, and body scrubs, and I make bath bombs. So all kind of stuff. I just have always been doing these things, but never really promoting myself and speaking up for myself or whatever, or being, kind of timid and trying to be humble. But that's not, you got to speak up. Sometimes you got to toot your own horn too, And so I wanted to read something from this book, whatever message that we got from this really quickly. Okay. Okay, so I was trying to find the message that I needed to see from this. And it says, suppose you are afraid of the water, a mountain. And it's funny because they're talking about water and mountain. I was trying to figure, like, why this page? Why did that stand out? And being afraid, like, where is it at? Okay. That mountain. Maybe being afraid to take a leap going in the mountain. Maybe there was afraid of what is down there, the water, the mountain. So it says, suppose you are afraid of the water, a mountain, an interview, an audition, or you fear closed places. If you are afraid of swimming, begin now to sit still for 5 to 10 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day, and imagine you are swimming. Actually, you are swimming in your mind. It's a subjective experience. Mentally, you have projected yourself into the water. You feel the chill of the water and the movement of your arms. Where is that card? You feel the chill of the water and the movement of your arms and legs. It is all real, vivid, and a joyous activity of the mind. It is not idle daydreaming, for you know that what you are experiencing in your imagination will be developed in your subconscious mind. Then you will be compelled to express the image and likeness of the picture you imposed on your deeper mind. So what does that image look like to you? That's what just popped up in my mind from the cards that we just pulled. What is that image to you? Which one of these images that you just seen today? Or it could be a different image. But that's why we use cards. For those who are scared of what cards are, tarot cards are, but you're here watching or whatever, you know. What does that image look like to you? Do you want this to be the image that you perceive for yourself? Or would you like to be free and unbound? Being that pillar of light. Knowing that we are all going through this together. And the more gracefully we can go through it, the better. Because there's support here for us. So it is not idle daydreaming, for you know that what you are experiencing in your imagination will be developed in your subconscious mind. Then you will be compelled to express the image and likeness of the picture you impressed on your deeper mind. This is the law of the subconscious. You could apply the same technique if you are afraid of mountains or high places. If you're afraid of mountains or high places, go through it. Imagine you are climbing the mountain. Feel the reality of it all. Enjoy the scenery, knowing that as you continue to do this mentally, you will do it physically with ease and with comfort. So that's from The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murray. I just got this awesome book not too long ago from a good friend who recommended it to me. I got this one yesterday for myself and my son to read. Can't wait to read that. I'm ready to read it. And then I got this one for me and my girls to read. I got this yesterday. So we read it already, but we're definitely going to read it as often as possible. Beautiful, beautiful book. Go get it if you can. We got it at Target. These 2 books yesterday. We got them at Target. And then The Subconscious Mind. I was trying to pick it up, but it didn't work. The Subconscious Mind, I got that off of Amazon. So anyways, I know I say a lot, but so I'm working on it. Don't be judging me. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoy the message. I'm definitely rambling right now. So I'm going to go and honestly enjoy a cup of coffee and go outside and feel the breeze. It's a little stuffy and warm in my house. Like, I love it to be warm, but I hate being too hot. So I'm going to go get some fresh air and shake off some of this energy and be ready for my kids when they get up, because they're sleeping so good and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the peace and quiet, honestly. And I'm going to be ready for them when they get up, because I know it's coming. I'm so surprised that they have not gotten up already, honestly, but I'm going to be ready for them. So got to be ready to be ready to be ready to be ready. I'm ready for success. I'm ready for abundance. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for truth. I'm ready for love, everything. Peace. I am that I am. So yes, love and elevation to you today and every day. Ashe, ashe, ashe.